Olives, specifically olive oil, had long been considered sacred in many cultures and is still used in many religious ceremonies. Olive carvings decorated the pyramids in Egypt. The fruit appears prominently in Greek mythology. Brides as well as winners of the ancient Olympic Games were crowned with olive wreaths. Olive oil was used as a cleanser, symbolizing purity by the Greeks and Romans alike. In ancient Greece, the leafy branches of olive trees were used to crown victors of games and wars as well. Over many millennia, olive tree has been symbolized for peace, wisdom, glory, fertility, and power. Olive fruits and olive oil has always been one of the main ingredients in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cuisines. Besides Greece, Italy, Spain, Lebanon, and other Mediterranean countries, olive is also commercially produced in the United States, Argentina, Australia, New Zealand, along with few other countries. Olive trees are almost indestructible and hardly need to be watered or nursed. Propagating olive trees are also very easy. You can grow them from their seeds. You may also find saplings growing on their own underneath an olive tree from the fallen olives. Just gently pull it out and plant it somewhere or save it in a pot to give away. Average lifespan of an olive tree is usually 500 years. But in the Mediterranean region, you can find olive trees that are over 2000 years old. There is one olive tree in Croatia, radiocarbonated to be 1600 years old and still producing fruits. On an average, a large olive tree can produce 400 pounds of olives every year. Edible olive has been cultivated for more than 6,000 years in the Mediterranean countries, and there are hundreds of different varieties of olives there. In an average, olive trees grow up to 25 to 30 feet tall. Hello friends, this is one of my 2 olive trees. I planted these trees about 7 years ago. For the last 4 years, they have been producing plenty of fruits. Olive trees usually start producing fruits at the age of 5. This particular variety is called Arbequina. Though Arbequina olives are pretty good as table olive, they are mainly used for olive oil production since this variety has the highest concentration of oil. As we all know, olives are incredibly healthy fruit, containing antioxidants, healthy fats, and fiber. But bear in mind, olives, green or black, meaning unripe or ripe, cannot be consumed directly from the tree. They are very bitter and must be vinegar or salt water brined, dry cured with oil or fermented before eating. But today I will show you a very easy and unique method of curing olives without any salt, vinegar or oil. And I will also show you the easiest way to pit olives without using any fancy tool, and I will also show how to harvest, clean, bottle, and how we enjoy them in our house. So please stick to this video. Thank you. Olive trees flower in spring, and then we have to wait 6 to 7 months to get them mature. Once they are mature, pick them either green or black or mixed, depending on our requirements and tastes. In general, green olive means unripe matured olive, and Black meaning fully ripe, as it ultimately turns dark purple to black at the end of its growing process. Today I am picking green olives only, and the curing process that I will share with you is specially appropriate for green olives. The second step after harvesting is to clean them. I usually rub them with clean tap water and rinse them at least 3 times to make sure that they are free of dust or germs. Over here in this bowl I have normal tap water where I'm adding half of a large fresh lemon, squeezing a little. I will explain about this shortly. This small glass container is my tool to pit my olives instead of expensive fancy tools. You can use other objects of similar weight, a small glass jar, a flat rock, etc. You can also make 3 or 4 cuts around each olive with a knife instead of removing seeds. You may cure green olives without removing the seeds or slicing, but that will require a different recipe with a much longer curing time. The process here I am showing is the easiest way to remove seeds, which also helps to cut down curing time of green olives to almost half. Please watch carefully how I am working on removing seeds. I am hitting each olive only once with a moderate force to smash each olive without breaking its seed. This makes a big crack and split each olive, but 2 parts are still attached at one end. It is not difficult at all. This needs a little practice to get the appropriate pace. It will become a lot easier than it looks within a few minutes once you get used to the pace. The purpose of liming this bowl of water where I am leaving pitted olives is to conserve the green color as much as possible. Lemon helps to prevent discoloring of olives. Leaving the smashed olives without lemons in the water until the start of the next curing process will turn green olives to brown or darker. I don't want that. I am grabbing just a handful, about a dozen at a time, to smash the olives and then to separate their seeds to dispose. Now in this slow motion close-up you can see how easy it is to get the seeds from the olives. Here on the board you can see also the split olives and separated seeds. Some of them are attached to their stems. Seeds came out neatly without losing any flesh at all. I am working on small batches in this process to prevent smashed olives from being exposed to air for too long. Transferring smashed olives as quickly as possible into the lemon water will keep their freshness and color better. This is my trash can where I'm throwing the seeds in, and here around the edge of my cutting board I used some twisted wet paper towels to keep the olives from running out of the board.
Okay, and keep it going.
Sure. Can I have one more minute, please?
Remote control.
Oh, it's right there. Olives, are you going to help me smashing them? I might have not been so lucky, but you may try to find some helping hands as this process. This is a bit time consuming and monotonous, but I guarantee patience will ultimately pay off all your efforts. Enjoying properly cured olives will be truly rewarding and remarkable. Finally, about a couple of hours of heat and smash, I'm done here with my very last piece of olive. Look at the amount of seeds removed. Next comes the most important step of curing olives. As I promised before, I will use no salt, no vinegar in this process. What I will use to cure my olives are some fresh lemons from my tree and plenty of water. As you can see, the olives started to ferment already, and the long process of curing has just begun. Now I will transfer all the olives along with the same water and lemons into this bigger pot. Put a ceramic plate on top of the olives to keep them all submerged. Cover it tight not to allow any oxidation. You may use this method of using a paper towel to keep it sealed as much as possible.
Nafis, what is today's
This
date?
will enable you to mark the date on it as well.
19 already.
I will set it aside for tonight and come back to it tomorrow morning. After about 12 hours, I am changing the water. Now I will add pieces of another fresh lemon. If it's small, you can use the whole lemon. If it is big, use 3/4 of it. Use your discretion. You may squeeze it a little or leave it in the water unsqueezed. Now I'll pour cold tap water again to fill up the pot with enough water. Minimum 2-liter water for each liter of olives. Using more water will enhance the curing process. Now I will leave the olives for the next 24 hours in the pot, covering and sealing the same way I did last night. For the next 10 days, I will follow the same exact procedure at every 24 hours interval, meaning I'll change the water daily. We are at the end of day 10 and it looks pretty impressive. At this point, I would taste an olive or two to check if the bitterness is still there. Bitterness would almost be gone by now if we had changed the water daily for the last 10 days following the procedure we have just demonstrated. However, we are not done yet. I will change the water every 48 hours now for 4 more days. That is 2 more water changes, and that should seal the deal. Please remember here, duration of curing time may vary depending on the quality of olives, amount of water used, irregular water changing, etc. Friends, we are on day 15 and my olives are fully cured. And after a rinse, they are ready to consume. You can eat them straight or add on your pizza, pasta, salad, or on any food of
Dinner
your
is
choice.
ready.
You can keep the rest for a couple of weeks in the refrigerator, or you can preserve them in airtight glass jars in light brine after adding some aromatic herbs and vinegar. This way, you can enjoy them for many months to come. I will show exactly how to do that in details in my next video. So, please subscribe, like, and press the bell icon to get the notifications. Hope this video was helpful to you. Please leave your comments. Thanks for watching.